Is this gonna be a pyre? Why are we in class? I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. I can't feel my feet. I guess that qualifies as a success then, right? Well, the crowd sure seemed pretty enthusiastic. As if I had the mental energy to care about what the crowd thought. I suppose that's the difference between professional musicians and amateurs like us. I don't think you guys need to worry, we did just fine. I'll say, the audience's reaction to our encore piece was even better than I'd hoped for. I guess your plan paid off then. Bah! A sorry sight. Patrick? Oh, it's you. Honestly, this is what bothers me so much about this class. I know you're tired, we're all tired, but that doesn't excuse this level of indolence. Why are you here in our classroom? What concern is it of yours? At least you could let us bask in the afterglow of our performance before the moment fades. Still, I gotta hand it to you guys. You really pulled out all the stops for that operetta. It was really something. You could take that act to the theater and outperform to a sold-out crowd. Haha, great casting too. Fairies fit her role to a T. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really enjoyed it. Oh, you did. I can't say I'm surprised though, given the raw level of talent on display. Who would expect anything less than perfection? Wait, are you mocking me? If you're all languid and moping around, how do you think we feel? Show a little dignity at least. What are you going on about? Aha, we did it, didn't we? Ugh, pulling the third song out of nowhere is hardly what I'd call fair play. You even had me singing along. I can't even consider our little wager still valid after that. Good day. Oh, right, I completely forgot about the wager. What was that all about? I'm not even sure. It didn't seem like he came here just to thump his nose at us. Congrats, everyone, you did it! Huh? What brings you all here? Is something wrong? You guys are so worn down you totally forgot, didn't you? Remember a certain little poll where festival attendees get to vote on their favorite attraction? Well, the results are in. Oh, now that you mention it. I was so busy I completely forgot about that. So wait, did we? They just finished counting up all the votes from the students and the visitors. Good numbers all around, but classes 1 and 7 were the clear favorites. And this year's winner, with 1,512 votes, is Class 7's concert! Oh! Congrats, guys. Well, at least that's over. Oh, come on, is that it? That's all the enthusiasm you can muster? We are all tired. Well, after seeing all the other attractions, I feel almost as proud of the other classes as I do us. For what it's worth, my brother and Charles seem to have had a great time. Mishy Panic was an unsung gem. Now that it's over, it feels a little unsportsmanlike for us to be the only ones boasting about our achievements. Agreed. If anything, seeing everyone having a good time feels like a victory for the whole academy. Yep, every student should feel proud about these last 2 days. Then get rid of the stupid prize. Or something. The vote. Anyway, I'm here to shake you desk potatoes out of your listless post-festival comas. Or have you forgotten that we still got the after party to enjoy? Oh yeah, there's that. I totally forgot. It's a tradition to close out the festival with a big party for the students, their friends, and their families. There's gonna be bonfires, right? And dancing? Well, don't just sit there. Everyone's waiting for you. All the bonfires are set up too. Okay, I think we can muster up the energy for one last event today. What do you say? Right. Woo, party time! Oh. Oh, mother and grandfather are still here. My dad too. And my brother, though I can't imagine why. What do you mean they want to party with you? I suppose. Elliot, Crow. I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for us.
ステージのこと？
なんだなんだ。どういう風の吹き回しだ？
It's just that our performance today never would have been possible without the two of you guiding it along. I wanted to make sure that you knew how much I appreciate you doing that.
かあ、むずがゆいこと言い出すんじゃねえっての。
何よりもみんなの頑張りがあったからだよ。リーンにだっていろいろと相談に乗ってもらったしね。それにお礼を言うのは僕の方かな。
Huh?
みんなのおかげで音楽の大切さを改めて再認識できた。単に自分の演奏だけじゃなくて、みんなで共に高め合い、良くしていくことの大切さを。だからありがとう。この学院に来て本当に良かった。
Elliot.
たくん、恥ずかしいセリフを揃って連発しやがって。
Elliot, my boy, your father's arms are ready and waiting for you to leap into them.
もうあんな大声で。ごめん、先に行くね。
Yeah, later. This year's festival has been a blast. I'm kinda hoping we can do the same thing next year too. Though who knows if Class 7 is even going to exist next year. Crow?
ああ。基本クラス分けは1年からの持ち上がりだが、7組は分からんな。なんせとことん規格外だからよ。
I guess that has its pluses and its minuses. But no matter what, it's not going to be the same. We won't have you.
無事卒業できたらな。7組に所属するのも予定通りなら今月いっぱい。お前らと同じクラスなのもそろそろ終わりってことだ。
Now that you mention it, yeah. We'll have to see if we can throw you a farewell party around the end of the month then. Can't let you off easy.
ああ、いらんいらん。どうせこれからも学院内でしょっちゅう顔を合わせんだろ。寮は一応引き上げるつもりだが、シャロンさんの飯目当てに週1でたかりに行くつもりだしな。
You better. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to have you to call you Mr. Armbrust or anything after you graduate, am I? I mean, we've spent so much time together that treating you like a proper adult just wouldn't feel right.
当たり前のことをわざわざ確認してんじゃねえよ。
If I ever catch you calling me Mr. Armbrust again, I'm gonna smack
そ
you.
うだ。いい機会だから、こいつを返しておくぜ。
My coin! Isn't this... I completely forgot about it. You've done so much for me since then, saving Elise, helping with the concert. Compared to all that, 50 mira is nothing.
そりゃ、お互い様ってやつだ。こう言っちゃなんだが、俺が借りたミラを返すのは相当珍しいんだからな。
You never return money.
ま、素直に受け取っておきな。
Oh, by the way, you know there was interest on this, right? How much do you suppose you really owe me after half a year?
やれやれ。主戦度になったじゃねえか。
Well, there's this one second year who's taught me a thing or two about making money. To be honest, it feels kind of lonely to think that everything between us is completely settled and done with. So, what do you say? You still owe me?
たく、甘ったるめ。
For love?
わかった。そのうちにな。
Sorry, why did you make my heart jump out like that? You're 100% straight. Why would you even say that? Playing with my heart like a guitar. That little rascal.
それでは我々も参加させてもらうとしよう。アルフィン、まずはケーキ漬けといこうか。
承知しましたわ。
It feels so peaceful. It's like the whole story is just waiting for a big bang.
さあ見ていないで、諸君も参加したまえ。
There's no music even. What do you even dance to?
無礼講ですから、とにかく楽しみましょう。
State secrets.
それじゃあシャロンちゃん、お願いしてもよいかな。
光栄ですわ。
イリーナ会長、お相手をお願いできますか。
喜んで。お互いパートナーのいない身、気楽なものですね。
確かに。
サラ教官、娘が世話になっている。よろしければお相手願えないだろうか。
いいんですか？つくづく渋くて好みなおじさまだわ。
Okay.
いえいえ、こちらのことです。
さて、子猫ちゃんたちの相手をする前に、まずは君に付き合ってもらおうかな。
それはいいけど、そのドレス姿はさすがにちょっと気遅れするな。素早いな。
おじいさまとシャロンはともかく、母様まで。我らよりも若々しいかもしれぬな。
Elise, shall we dance together? Looks like everyone's having fun though. Shall we join them?
今日は十分すぎるほど付き合っていただきました。
What?
あんなにすごいステージをやり遂げてお疲れでしょうし。
That's why we're doing the dance, to relax.
それにこんな時ですから、兄様の気になっている人を誘ってみてはいかがですか？
Elise, are you sure? But you wanna dance with me, don't you? Someone else? Gaius! Okay. I can only choose Gaius. Okay. The only person I can think of is...
何か不都合がある相手でいらっしゃるとか？
No, nothing's wrong. I was just thinking of a male friend of mine because I really like him.
まさか兄さんそういう趣味が
Elise, have you been reading yaoi or something? You shouldn't. What sort of thing?
いわゆる短美な世界ですね。
Princess? Your Highness.
姫様。ごきげんよう、リンさん。
Do you wanna dance with me?
確かに7組の男性はリンさんも含めて素敵な方々ばかり。ああ、夢が膨らみますね。
You
姫様。
You overheard me. Is this what the head of the literature club is always writing about? How did I not connect the dots until now? Elise, is this kind of thing popular over at Saint Estrella?
それは。
Oh my god, is it?
まあ、なんというか、乙女のたしなみですわね。
Just try not to fall in and drown yourselves. Anyway, I'll be back later. Gotta find Gaius. Please excuse me, Your Highness. Maybe I should have taken matters into my own hands. What does that mean?
あの様子だとまだまだチャンスはありそうね。
Because I'm going to ask a guy, you still have a chance? Like, what is this logic?
もう、姫様。
Hey, Gaius. Rean? Were you not spending the evening with your sister? I was until I asked her to dance. She turned me down flat and sent me off. What about you? Homer and Charles decided to go down, so I just saw them off. I was thinking about getting away from all of the excitement though. I think I need a little rest after all we've done. That makes two of us. All I want right now is a place to sit and a nice cold drink. Mind if I join you? Not at all. I appreciate the company. Okay, let's go find a spot to relax. Yes! Everyone's just dancing without music. I thought they would, like, circle around the bonfire like a traditional folk dance. I have no idea what they're doing. Oh, but if they dance in pairs, it can be romantic, I suppose. I'll say. It's a shame Sheeta and Lily couldn't join them though. I'm sure they'd be thrilled. Thinking back on it now, it's hard to believe that it's almost been half a year since we found ourselves in Nord. It must feel like longer for you than it does for me though.
まあな、故郷に吹く風はいつも懐かしく思っている。だが、それほど寂しいわけじゃない。
Really?
ああ、俺が立っているこの場所もまた故郷に他ならないからな。
You mean?
学園でリーンたちと過ごして半年以上が経って、この帝国も俺の中でかけがえのないものになった。それこそ第二の故郷だと言ってもいいくらいにな。
That's a big-hearted statement to make.
もちろんそこにリーンたちがいるからだがな。俺は本当に幸せ者だと思う。愛すべき、そして守るべき故郷が2つもあるのだからな。
I had no idea you thought so much of this country. Not only does that fill me with pride as an Erebonian, it warms my heart as your friend. This country is changing, there's nothing we can do about that. But hopefully as a class, we can help turn it into a country that we can really be proud of.
もちろんだ。リーン、これからもどうかよろしく頼む。
Just as a classmate? I feel the same way. Just as a classmate? Gaius! After that, I went back to see Elise, but by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end. Uh-oh. Was that just a normal end or a sinister end? Captain Claire? Good evening, Captain. You must be exhausted.
そちらこそお疲れ様です。私もステージを拝見しましたが、本当に楽しませていただきました。卒業生として鼻が高いです。
Wait, what? You were a student here? That's right. I was part of the Academy's 216th graduating class. And since you'll be part of its 221st, I suppose that makes me 5 years your senior. I had no idea. Why didn't you mention it until just now? Given that we only ever met when you were on your field studies, it didn't seem pertinent. Besides, once people graduate, they tend to leave their ties to their schools behind. Especially here at Thors. Because it's a military academy. Exactly. Roughly 40% of the graduates here go on to join the military. Not always the same branch or even the same army. About 30% join the Imperial Army and 10% go to the Provincial Force. Students who were best friends one day might find themselves enemies the next. Enemies, that's such a harsh word. Rean. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill your happy mood like this, but I'm sure you're well aware of what may lie ahead. That we're teetering on the brink of an era of upheaval. I'm aware. Does this have something to do with the issues in Crossbell? Yes, amongst other things, it seems as though everyone on the continent is ready to go to war with everyone else. But that's why it's so important that we're able to stand strong no matter what. Though judging by how well Class 7 has performed on their field studies, I'm sure you will all be fine. Here's hoping that I get the chance to help you out again sometime. Even if I have to be careful not to draw the ire of that instructor of yours. I'm just glad to know that you have our back. Thank you for that. You're quite welcome. Please excuse me. Yes, Reveld speaking. What? What's going on? And you're certain of this? Understood, I'll return at once. Yes, I will escort them back to Valflame Palace, myself. I'm afraid I have to excuse myself. Very abrupt. I'm really sorry, Elise. My brothers requested that we return to Heimdall right away, but as we're going back by car, I thought I'd offer you a ride home. But... Elise, I think you should go back with them for now. I'll call you later. Well, alright. Sorry to drop this on you so quickly, Rean. I'm sure someone from the Academy will fill you in shortly. Fill me in? On what? If you'll excuse us. Don't worry, we'll be sure to get Elise back to the Academy safely. Oh god. The music is also very ominous. Everyone's going. The short fantasy of an evening is over. Rean? Does anyone have any idea what's going on? I'm afraid not. I've never seen father behave like that before. My mother's the same way. She got a message of some kind and just changed. Ditto my father. I think it was someone from Hamdullah who got in touch with him. One thing is certain. Something terrible has happened. My dad turned pale and was gone before I could ask what happened. It sounded like he received a report from Instructor Neidhart. Hold on, Neidhart's supposed to be... It was a guerrilla fortress with the 4th Armored Division on some sort of mission, right? Speaking of which, has anyone seen Tora or Instructor Sarah? Announcement.
来場者の皆様、本日はご来場いただき誠にありがとうございました。この高野祭をもって第127回トールズ士官学院祭を終了します。それと先ほど帝国政府より正式な通達がありました。本日夕刻、東部国境にあるガレリア要塞が壊滅。
Destroyed! Wait, how did this happen?
いや、原因不明の異変により消滅してしまったそうです。そちらの方面から来られた方々はどうか落ち着いて行動されるよ
う。Wait, when Kia turned into that... not sure what happened anymore. In the days that followed, tension gripped the nation like never before. There was this huge tree, right? And in another dimension? I wasn't sure that it reached all the way to Erebonia, though. Guerrilla Fortress annihilated. A photo of the gaping chasm left, where Guerrilla Fortress once stood, made the Imperial Chronicles front page. And the sight of the aftermath was enough to fill the citizens with a sense of inescapable dread. All the while, unconfirmed reports that several armored divisions had attempted to invade Crossbell had begun to spread. Armored divisions? Like from Erebonia? And in every one of those reports, the message was the same. They'd been repelled almost effortlessly. Erebonia was starting to feel the effects of the IBC's asset freeze too, and things didn't look good for the economy. As things stood, it was only a matter of time before we faced a spike in corporate bankruptcies and record unemployment. Faced with this crisis, the imperial government and the officials in Heimdallar began working to remedy the situation. Rumors were also spreading that Erebonia's longtime enemy, the Calvard Republic, had thrown its weight behind Crossbell. And with the fortress that once served to safeguard the Empire gone, many speculated that an invasion was only a matter of time. Wait, what? Calvard never stood with Crossbell? What? Did they? Someone's missing. Crow is missing. Someone else is missing. Oh, Millium. Ugh, can't take this anymore. Where is she? Homeroom was supposed to start ages ago. Everyone's in crisis mode. They need every capable fighter. I'm not surprised she's late. The instructors are probably all busy trying to figure out what to do. That seems more than likely. This morning's meeting has already blown past its normal ending time. It's still hard for me to believe all of this is really happening. Having been there, the idea that Guerrilla Fortress just vanished is difficult to comprehend. Not all of it, I heard. There are still some parts left, almost untouched. But Instructor Neidhart making it out of there alive was nothing short of a miracle, though. These huge railway guns were part of the sections that's gone too. If I hadn't seen the pictures, it would be kinda hard to believe. What kind of weapon is even capable of doing something like that? I find myself doubtful that any human could create something so powerful. We just don't know. All we do know is that it's impossible to make a weapon that's powerful even with today's most advanced orbital technology. And yet here we are, with just such a weapon in the hands of what's always been seen as a mere vassal state. The Imperial Army has their work cut out for them, I'll say that much. I'm worried about what's going on in the capital too. It sounds like there've been even more demonstrations going on there these past few days. Down with Crossbell, they say. Point our guns toward the east. Is there even any truth to those rumors that Calver's planning an invasion? I'm pretty sure it's all nonsense, but considering how there have been tensions between us and them for years, people are just more inclined to believe it. Rumors are just that. We need to be careful not to be misled by half-truths and speculation. If possible, we should find out exactly what's happening for ourselves. Yeah. Over the year, we've seen how things are across with the Empire with our own eyes, and now's as good a time as any to put that knowledge to use. Well said. We've had quite an education in getting to the truth behind all the headlines. That seems to have been a running theme of most of our field studies. Still, we seem to be missing two of our illustrious members. Well, there's nothing strange about Crow's habitual truancy. Or did he already transfer back to his original class? No, he said he was going to be with us through the end of the month. As for Milliam though, I'm not sure. You don't think it's something to do with the intelligence division, do you? Well, she is an agent of theirs. It's kinda easy to forget that, given how she usually is. It does concern me that none of us have seen her. Sarah, sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, instructor. Are we starting homeroom? Not today, I'm afraid. All classes have been cancelled. You can either stay here in the building or study until school's out or go back to the dorm. So wait! Has something happened? Not yet, but it will. Chancellor Osborne's going to be addressing the nation from Drykel's Plaza at noon. It's said to be broadcast across the entire Empire. A national address? Sounds pretty serious. And given the timing. Indeed, it's not hard to imagine what's on his agenda. Come on, guys, straighten up. You're students of Thors Military Academy, and that makes you all cadets. Whatever careers you choose, military or civilian, you need to know how to act decisively in an emergency. So right now, I don't want you to look away from what's happening in the world. I want you to face it straight. Will do. You're right. Now's not the time to lose heart. As for Osborne's speech, apparently, we'll be setting up radios in each classroom so the students can listen to the national address. So if you want to follow along, be sure to be back here by noon. I suppose I might as well listen to it here then. Same here, I don't even have a radio. I do, but for something like this, I'd rather not listen to it alone. Well then, we can all share in the joy of hearing the melodious voice of our esteemed Chancellor. Maybe I should haul in some beer and snacks. That's the only way I'll stay sane through the entire broadcast. What should we do about Crow and William, though? None of us have seen either of them all day. Do you know where they are? Can't say I do. Crow has practically made a career out of playing hockey, but I did see William earlier this morning. Oh, so she is still on campus? At least that means she wasn't called away. I'd been thinking along those lines, but when I asked her, she just shrugged and said no news from the top. I doubt she's wandered off too far. Yes, but lest you forget, she excels at giving us the runaround. At least it doesn't sound like she's in trouble. We're probably worried over nothing. We'll just have to tell them we're meeting here at noon if we run into them. Yeah, we'll do. I guess everyone's going to check in with their clubs. Looks like I have some free time. At least it sounds like William is probably somewhere on campus. Crow though, he could be anywhere. Probably best to check with Tova and George first. Okay, let's find William and Crow. For Crow we have a lead. But we don't know where William went. She could be anywhere with Lemmy, right? George. I still can't believe there's a weapon out there powerful enough to level Guerrilla Fortress like that. I didn't think you could get much more powerful than those railway guns. Yeah. Having seen the railway guns in person, I can hardly believe it myself. There are rumors that whatever that weapon is, it's managed to fend off the armored divisions several times too. Still, I can't help but wonder what the Chancellor's gonna say in his national address. Whatever it is, I have a feeling that it's gonna shake up some things around here. This is a military academy after all. Who knows, we might even see active duty. Even as an engineer, I doubt they'd make an exception for me. Could be that my lazy days tinkering with orbit bikes are numbered. Oh, don't say that, George. Well, no point stressing out too much. I didn't mean to be a downer about it. Go on, listen to the broadcast. This country may go through a lot, but in the coming years, but ultimately we have a say in our future. That's a good way to look at it. I don't want to look away from what's happening. We have to be aware of our present, to take charge of our future. But anyway, you wouldn't happen to know where Crow is, would you? He hasn't shown up to class today. Crow? Can't say I do. He came by yesterday with a box of things he borrowed from me, but he never mentioned having any plans today. Dang. Anyway, I'll keep asking around to see if anyone else knows where he is. Well, knowing Crow, he's probably just wandering around somewhere. Just keep looking around and I'm sure you'll run into him. Will do. You just keep looking around, he says. Okay. That was not a great lead. I mean, if I were Crow and I know the world's ending, what am I gonna do, right? I'd be in a casino. Can still ask Tova. Oh, Rean! I figured I could find you here. Yep, the student council will be passing out radios for every classroom, so I'm trying to figure out that out at the moment. Are you guys planning on listening to the Chancellor's statement too? How could we not? He's supposed to be addressing the entire country after all. Yeah, whatever it's about, it's going to be something big. I don't think anyone could have imagined the relationship between Crossbell and Erebonia going south like this. I sure hope Angie's okay with all of this political turmoil right now. Angie? Tora. Sorry about that. I'm the student council president. I need to stay focused on what's going on right here, right now. Angie would laugh at me if she could see me getting distracted over her anyway. That's right. I've got to focus on getting through this. Still, don't try to take on more than you can handle. I'm not the only one ready to give you a hand. Will do, thanks. Yeah, why were you looking for me in the first place? Right, and do you have any idea where Crow might have gone? Crow? Nope, I'm afraid not. He didn't mention that he had to go anywhere when I talked to him yesterday at least. Was yesterday the last time you saw him? Yeah, he was giving me back some of the stuff he borrowed. Since graduation's getting so close. Oh god, why is he giving back all the stuff he borrowed to everyone? That was nice of him, but then he gave me everything he borrowed from Angie too. It's only polite to give back the stuff you borrowed in person, and now it's more work for me. Well, that's a very Crow thing to do. Well, I keep asking around and find out if anyone knows where he's gone. Sounds like a good idea. But make sure you're back in your classroom by noon, okay? Of course. Oh, I have a very bad feeling about this. He's not the type to give back what he borrowed, is he? Unless he's dying. He can't be dying, can he? Well... And where would Milliam be? Maybe at a rooftop? On the rooftop? Nope, no one here. Emma. Celine. Rean? Hey Emma, wasn't expecting to find you here. Oh, you've got Celine here too? Well, she just kind of made her way up here. Emma, enough. Don't play me for a fool. I was just giving her a little attention while I took a break. You're looking for Crow and Milliam, I take it? Yeah, I have no idea where to even start. Those two are always up to something. Oh well, I'm sure I'll run into them eventually. Good luck in your search. Hey, Emma, is something bothering you? Well, it's about Crossbell. I'm concerned about any weapon that could annihilate a fortress the size of Garabia, of course. But I'm almost more concerned about that whole sequence of events that led up to that. The sequence of events? It almost feels like something's hand is guiding all of this to happen in a very specific way. Don't let it get to you, okay? I think maybe all the novels I've been reading lately have just made me paranoid. Yeah, the novels, right. You raise a good point. One worth keeping in mind, I think. Anyway, I'll catch you later. As soon as I find Crow and Milliam, I'll head back to the classroom. Alright, I'll be waiting for you. Emma, what the heck is your deal? Speak, lady. Speak. Old schoolhouse. Why? Do I go there? Millium? Hello? There's no one here. Inside? Nothing out of the ordinary has happened here in this old schoolhouse ever since that night. We kind of ended up pushing it to the back of our minds with the way things have been going in Crossbell. Huh? It's unlocked. I wonder if someone's already inside. George is in the engineering building, so it can't be him. If any of the students just idly wandered in here, they'd be in real danger. Should probably take a look inside just in case. I checked around inside of the old schoolhouse, but there didn't seem to be anyone around. But all the same, I didn't want to chance leaving anyone down there, so I decided to check the 7th floor. God, is it Millium? Why would she be here? Millium? Is this where you've been the whole time? You do know we have class, right? Honestly. So, what's piqued your interest? It doesn't look like this thing has anything in common with Air Gatlum.
わかんないけど、少しは関係してるのかも。大元のところではつながってるみたいな。そんな感じ
？Underlying principle? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
まあ、こればっかりはつながってないとわかんないかな。でも、やっぱりおじさんに頼まれただけはあるよ。まさか、こんなすごいのがいるなんてね。
Gramps. Wait a minute. Are you talking about Chancellor Osborne? Did he know there was something like this here?
正確にはこの旧校舎のことだけど、何か起こったら報告するように言われてたんだよね。ってあれ、これ機密情報だっけ？
Okay. So the Chancellor has an interest in our quaint old schoolhouse, does he? We did just find out that Captain Claire is a Thors graduate, but...
どうしたの？考え込んじゃって。
Say, Millium, was investigating the old schoolhouse the reason you enrolled at the academy?
それも一つかな。もっと重要な役目もあったけど、必要なくなったから。
It stopped being a concern? Something more important than this, huh? Not sure what she's getting at. Doesn't sound like she's trying to hide something important from me, though.
そうだ、そろそろおじさんの演説が始まるんだった。いい加減、僕も戻らないとね。
Oh, so you already knew about that? We were all planning to listen in the classroom.
お、だったらそっちがいいかな。それじゃあ、行こっか。
Nothing keeps you down for long, does it? Oh yeah, you haven't seen Crow around anywhere, have you?
見てないけど、どっか行っちゃったの？
Well, he's probably just hiding out somewhere on campus. None of the others have seen him, though. I wonder if he went into town.
そうかもね。一回街に出て探してみる？僕もついてっからさ。
Oh, you come? Sounds like a good idea. If he's not on the school grounds, chances are he's somewhere in town. Alright, let's see if we can find him. Millium is in my party! This is so ominous. It's like anyone just could come here. If the correct person comes in here, it will come to life or something. Or Kia. Is Kia gonna bring this to life? Oh boy. We really should have sealed this somehow. I don't know.